Can I beat Resident Evil 7's inventory management challenge? The rules are simple. I'm only limited to 4 items in my inventory. I can use the New Game Plus items excluding the infinite ammo. I am only allowed to store key items, which are items from the story, and my weapons in the item box. If I at any point have 5 or more items in my inventory, then I'm forced to restart the checkpoint or store them in my item box. I have to complete the game within 4 hours or this challenge will fail. Sorry for the scream there, but you guys get the point. So enough chit chat and yip yapping, let's get started. We start off with driving. After climbing out my car, I realize I don't want to do this anymore. I'm out of here. Peace. Ah! Can I get back in my car? Please? I need to get back. After gaining that courage I needed, I started my trip through the woods, which was actually pretty boring. After what seemed like years of walking, I finally get to Mia. After what seemed like centuries of walking, we finally get to a room. But it's actually a dead end.
It's not here. It's gone. It's gone.
After searching the entire room, I find a doll, which triggers this. I don't want to do this anymore, guys. After hours of perfectly healthy relationship fighting, I get to the first Mia boss fight. I got the fuse, got my hand chopped off, and now it's time for Mia's second boss fight. After getting knocked out by the big man himself, I wake up for a family dinner. Yum yum. After eating all that delicious food, I find the big man again. I then tried to convince Mr. Police Officer to let me go, but he did not listen, which activates the first boss fight with Jack. After riding over this man time and time again, he thought he was in a Fast and Furious movie and decided to drift. He can't drive if his life depended on it. After that beautiful encounter with Jack, it's time for our inventory check. After that, we grab our stone statue and make our way out of there.
What
After that, we had a scary encounter with the molded.
Ah!
After that, I got my first dog head. After that, I grabbed the shotgun. Now, since the shotgun takes 2 slots, it doesn't count as 2 items, it counts as 1. I then proceeded my way to the second Jack boss fight, where I died a couple of times, but we won't talk about that. After losing to him a couple of times, I finally beat him. After that, I threw my own ass out of the house and went to the trailer. Now, before we go to the first Marguerite boss fight, I want to do an item check.
Okay, but I need the statue.
Now for the first Marguerite boss fight. After beating her and almost dying, I go to the worst boss fight in the game, the second Marguerite boss fight. Spoiler, I die more than 100 times. After dying 100 times, I finally beat her. Funny enough, it was only with my knife. Finally, let's go. Before we grab the 2 keycards, it's time for another item check.
And
I grab the first keycard and the second keycard, and then I make my way to the Lucas part. After that, he boringly tells me about how he does not want to turn back the clock.
Everybody wants to turn back the clock.
After getting blown up by most of his traps, which I die from them because of low health, after my second attempt, I made it. Time for another item check. After that beautiful item check, I decided to save. After that, I discovered the worst mini boss fight to do on low health. And then I stupidly blurred myself up. After that, I tried to beat him over and over and over again, and after my third attempt, I managed to defeat him. I then realized all I needed was my circular saw. After that, I inserted the pin, did Lucas's little circus trick, and made my way out of there. I then grabbed the D-Series head and make my way to Mia and Zoe. After that, I had the most epic Jack boss fight of all time. After getting up, I then realized I only had one serum left to save either Mia or Zoe. So, who did I choose? Check the next video out to see who I chose and the last final boss.